Hey, Joanna. Welcome to the Strategerist.
Hey, Andrew. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome, but you're the producer, so you have to be.
That is true. I do have a question for you.
Fire away.
As the host, I was hoping you could explain to me and our listeners, what is the Strategerist all about?
It's about the American spirit of leadership and compassion. So many great leaders come through the Bush Institute, and we want more people to be able to share in the conversations that we're having.
I love that. But what does each episode look like?
So each episode is going to be a discussion with one of these leaders, and I'll be joined by my expert colleagues at the Bush Institute who are committed to developing leaders, advancing policy, and taking actions that solve today's pressing issues.
That's really neat, but I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Where did the name Strategerist come from?
Well, it's based off the word strategery that's forever associated with President Bush. It originated in the run-up to the 2000 election and kind of took on a life of its own from there. But let's let him tell that story.
So I had dinner with Lorne Michaels, the head of Saturday Night Live. He said, I put a great speechwriter on you, and he came up with strategery. And I said, wait a minute, I said strategery.
So he never said strategery.
No, he never did. It's just a line from Saturday Night Live.
I love that he embraced it, we've embraced it, we have the Strategist because of it, and we also learned that President Bush can laugh at himself sometimes.
Exactly. We see that our guests are kind of like President Bush in that they take problem solving very seriously and they take the issues very seriously, but they also know when to laugh and know when to bring a little levity into the day. And we've tried to adopt that ethos on this show.
I think President Bush said it best on Jimmy Kimmel in 2017. Do you remember that episode?
I think I went to bed early that night, so fill me in.
He said the best humor is when you can laugh at yourself. And that's exactly what this podcast is about, which is what you mentioned. So we hope you, our listeners, learn a little bit about leadership, laugh a little bit with us, and that you subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and all the major podcast apps.